Check this out.
And the reason why I be telling y'all not to trip about these men and whatnot is because I work in the healthcare field. I've been in the healthcare field since I was 18 years old. They're dying alone. They're dying alone. The women that's in these places, their daughters are coming to see them every 2 weeks. I am the one who is right there when some of these men are taking their last breath. Guess what? Nobody showed up for them. Not their kids, not their wives, not their grandkids. Nobody came for them because why? They were not good men while they were alive. They're gonna continue dying alone. That's why I tell y'all don't trip. I'm physically seeing it on a daily basis, watching them all go by themselves. That's why I don't be worried about these men talking, because baby, I watch y'all every day go by yourselves with nobody on y'all side.
I'm seeing these types of videos more and more on social media of women pretty much gloating about men dying alone in nursing homes. And then we see the comments. He got what he deserved. It's karma. This is what happens to bad men. Really? Because a man is alone in a nursing home? Here's the thing. I already could have assumed that this would be happening, but not for the reasons you think. A man's contributions are rarely, if ever, appreciated at any age. So what would lead one to believe that an old man wouldn't be tossed aside like a broken ATM? But he was worthwhile when he was in his prime, right? Breaking his back, working his fingers to the bone for his family, or serving his country. Because a lot of guys in nursing homes are veterans that have been cast aside. So now that they're old, they no longer serve any value to the women in their lives. You just throw them in a nursing home and don't come see them anymore. You know what? I'm not surprised, because this happens to men in their youth. But what I am surprised by are the predominantly women who come onto social media apps to basically gloat that men are dying alone, like it's some kind of gotcha moment. Many women don't care about males in their youth, middle age, in their old age. They barely treat young men right, who are providing. What do you think is going to happen when he's old and can no longer provide for his family and can no longer provide to females? But I bet you if he was still raking in the dough, you might be going to see him, bringing him flowers, shaving his beard, getting his hair done. I don't see any compassion from anyone that's making these types of videos. And it's pretty much aligned with what we're already seeing out here on a regular basis. Males are so devalued in our modern world. And as the saying goes, only women, children, and pets are loved unconditionally.
Once again, Demi Villeneuve rides again. She is fantastic. She is great. She's a fantastic content creator. I got provide a link for her on TikTok. She's incredible, and basically she proves a very powerful point. Women barely want to deal with men in their prime, and what she says is true. I think Chris Rock said it too. Only 3 things is love unconditionally: women, children, pets. Men, the only time that any woman cares and loves us, unless we bring something. Yes. And don't get me wrong, there's some women who like talk to you, get to know you, fall in love with you, and don't have to bring a thing. As long as you bring your heart, spirit, soul, want to be with her, that's great. But guess what? That's a unicorn. I'm not trying to make it like every female is evil, but it seems kind of strange at the moment you could bring something to a woman, you got their attention. The moment you can no longer provide, guess what? You get discarded. What really trips me out, but that young lady, talk about, she said so many times, have you thought maybe that a lot of these guys are veterans? Have you thought the reason why some of these men are alone because maybe, just maybe, their wives passed away first? They say maybe their kids, whatever. Maybe they have no kids. Have you thought of it that way? Maybe their kids passed away? Who knows? But I never heard such cold, callous feelings towards his men. Saying, oh, they had coming. I think it's more like a clapback to what Kevin Samuels said about how some of these modern women would die alone. Guess what? To that young lady, you can say all that all day long, especially in your profession. But the reality still remains, though. If you're a traditional woman, you're married to a traditional man who treats you great and all that stuff, you never be alone. God forbid your husband passes away, he leaves behind you leave behind like a lot of children, grandchildren, great-great-grandchildren. It's kind of amazing how one person could bring a huge generation of people you never imagined is there before. But the fact is that these men are dying alone, that is sad, but women make it sound like they don't die alone. Yes, they do. I've been in some nursing homes, and there are some women who are alone, which breaks my heart. And just like men deserve to be loved unconditionally, so do women. But once again, men get the short end of the stick, and someone makes light of it, which they shouldn't. So what do you think, folks? You think what the young lady said is wrong? And do you agree with Demi Villeneuve for what she says? I think Demi Villeneuve is checked out every box there is, and she is right on everything she says. Tell me your thoughts in the comments down below. Peace.